This is an interesting piecewise function, in large part because of the way the restrictions are written with this not equals to sign. But we'll talk about that, figure it out. So again, piecewise functions, top starts at the left. As it goes down, it moves over towards the right. So I'm going to use green for my top function, which will start on the left, and I will use black for my bottom function, which will be more towards the right. So my first function is f of x equals -3. Well, -3 is just a constant. So if I was just to draw -3 as a graph all by itself, it's just going to be a nice horizontal line right there at -3 going on forever. But this is telling me, well, I want it to be equal to -3, and I want it to be equal to -3 every single place except not where x is equal to 4. So where x is equal to 4, is it 4 or -4? I want to make sure I get it right. No, x is not equal to -4. My bad. Let's fix it here. X is not equal to -4. So let's put back in my green line over here. But where x is equal to go away please. Where x is equal to -4, I have an open circle. So that's all it's telling me. Y is equal to -3, nice flat horizontal line right there at -3. Every single place except not where x is equal to -4. Where x is not equal to -4 is every place else, but where it's equal to -4, it's not equal to 3. Well, that's great. That's the first piece. Now let's look at the second piece. The second piece says absolute value of x. That's what I want where x is equal to -4. Well, let's think about that for a minute. Make a little t-square. My function is, if I put in an x, my function is absolute value of x. And since they only want it at this one exact number here, that's where x equals -4, well, the absolute value of -4 is +4. So at x equals -4, that's what my piece looks like. It's just that single dot. X equals -4, y equals absolute value of -4. There's my dot, the point 4, 4. So let's look at the domain of this function. Well, we can look at the domain. Let's look at the domain here from just the angle of what is given as our description. The top part says all real numbers, but except for -4, not -4. And then the second part says, oh, but we'll include -4 also as an x. So that would lead me to think that the domain is -infinity, because it goes all real numbers to the left, and it goes all real numbers to the right. Yeah, there's a funny little jump over here at -4, but still, there is when I have x equals -4, I do have a value. In the first function, the top function, I don't have a value. But in the second function, I do have a value. So the domain is all real numbers, -infinity to +infinity. Now let's look at the range. Range is a little bit trickier on this one. Because all I have, my lowest y value is -3. And it doesn't really move up or down from -3. It's just this horizontal line at -3. So that's all it is right there is -3. But then I have a union, because I do have this one other spot right there. That's at y equals 4. So my range would be 4. And that's my domain and range. I don't really, in the range of this particular problem, I don't have any real up or down movement. All I have is a horizontal line and a point. My y values in this whole function are -3 and +4, and that's it.